Hi there folks, this is going to be a two locomotive video. It is of the Flying Scotsman, in fact it is of two Flying Scotsmans. The reason I'm doing it as two is because they actually overlap. I bought both of them off eBay, and I'm going to start with this one. This is the first one that came out. It's from 1993. It is the limited presentation edition of Hornby's twin-tendered Flying Scotsman. Have a quick look at it here. I'd say it's second hand, possibly even third hand. It is tender driven. The driver's in there, which is a bit of a shame. But as I say, Hornby used to do all the stuff tender drive up until I believe it was a rebuilt Merchant Navy class that came out with a locomotive drive. The Gresley A3s didn't actually get theirs till about 2005, I believe. May need someone to back me up on that one. This one, double green tender. You've got just here you've got the private owner crest, which I believe is Sir Alan Pegler's, the late Sir Alan Pegler. Unfortunately, he died in March, aged 92, I believe. Which is a shame he never got to see her back after her big restoration, but hopefully he would have been proud. Basically, this is it's a cheapy little plus thing. As in 1993, it's aged pretty well. The box has received quite a lot, not just by me. It hasn't really faded. You've got a nice image on the back there of her with her double tenders, close-ups and everything. You can see there it's R075, locomotive with two tenders. That's Hornby's reference number. So that's just a little thing for you. It is analogue. Both are analogue, but I believe the person who had the other one before me converted to DCC, which is fine by me. Inside you've got a nice image of her with her double tenders there. Sorry, I'm using my iPhone again, which is why it's a bit jittery. This basically goes over some of the history. Obviously built in 1923 for the London North Eastern Railway. It was displayed at the British Empire exhibition in Wembley in 1924. I believe that's when the number got changed from 1472 to 4472. It's also when she received her name. 70 years of hard work since her 70 years of hard work since have confirmed she's definitely worth her weight in gold. In 1928, hauled the first non-stop train from London to Edinburgh of 393 miles. In 1934, ran over 100 miles an hour, the first British steam engine to do so, confirmed by the dynamometer recording coach. I also believe that coach is the same one that Mallard pulled on her 126.4 miles an hour, I think, as well. In 1947, Scotsman was rebuilt as an A3. It was about that time that it received the number 502. Didn't hold it for very long. I think it was 4 months. And the number 103. Bandage-shaped dome. Obviously, that she still holds up in this form. She was still LNER at that point. The following year, literally, she was one year of 103. British Railways took over. She got the number 60103. So the prefix 60 was for every LNER locomotive. And obviously the number they had before the rest. Again, LMS had that as well. They had a prefix to all their numbers. And so she had a BR blue livery before changing to BR green in 1952. I will actually have a video later on of the Hornby blue Scotsman. It's the full set. Lucky enough I found one. And obviously it had the double chimney and smoke deflectors were added on because the chimney was creating too much soft smoke, blinding the driver's vision too much. Alan Pegler, or the late Alan Pegler, he died in, I believe, March at the age of 92, I think. He's definitely in his 90s. He basically took it back to the condition it is here, took the double chimney away, took the smoke deflectors off, painted it back in apple green. So she's an 83 here. She ran a lot of charter trains, as you see it says it there, and he got second tender extended wall capacity because British Railway dismantling, as it says here, British Railway dismantling the water facilities, no longer required. This is the Flying Scotsman as she was running between 1966 and 73. So I'm just going to get her out, stick her on the track for you. So bear with me 2 seconds. I say, because she's from 1993, detail on her is not fantastic. There we go. She has been run, but not by me. I've run the other one, which I will be showing in a minute. And yeah. So that's over the single tender. Very simply, and then the second tender comes in. Quite interesting. The tender drive is in that tender there, whereas this tender has got exactly the same makeup. I mean, inside it's got all the guts for the skeleton for the motors, but they just haven't put anything in there. There's just a big old ring in there, really. So if I stick her on this one on her, and then there we go. Well, not quite. Good, no, there we go. And so there she is with a double tender. Unfortunately, again, I don't have a layout, so I can't run her. I can't show you her running. As I said about the Diamond Jubilee set. But as I say, you got the banjo-shaped dome there. You got the single chimney. I say the coloration on the valves there. How the piston. Yeah. She never had this at all. The painted green came after her service. When she was in LNER, they were just simply black. This is 462. Your very standard little arrangements. I'm quite tempted to say that someone's touched up the paint on these, which is a little bit annoying. And obviously there you got the vacuum pipe on the left. As part of the A3 upgrade. You got standard for pretty much tender, and then the one that's been adapted for water capacity. They are corridored. I'm not sure if I'm going to get enough light for that. As you can see just on the back there, and down you can see the corridor. And so tender drive does bring it down a bit, but it's from 1993. What does everyone expect, really? So that is her. So I think now it's about time I brought out the other one. So the second one comes in the blue box. The difference between the two, this one's 72 to 75. There is an overlap there. The first one was 66 to 73. Obviously the locomotive herself didn't actually change at all. She is virtually identical. So, you know, it's a bit kind of pointless. The main difference, you can see there, she's got the Flying Scotsman Enterprises blue and grey tender, and you can see the coaches she's put in there are actually sort of matching colour scheme, almost like they're Mark II coaches. Like the other one, the tenders are have got the same base. I'm just going to light here on the side here. I'll pack her in a minute. So, I'll get to that in a minute. There she is. Again, this one looks almost like she's been topped up paint wide. So whether that was in fact meant like that, I'm not sure. The piston, they've been brought out to black. Whether they realised a mistake or whether they just didn't bother, I'm not sure. I mean, this one was brought out only in 1995, so it's only 2 years younger. Let's get her out. Put it on the rails. There we go. Get the first tender out if I can. It's quite tight fit. There we go. So as I said, this particular tender is, come on, is in fact DCC. It was converted by the person who had it for me, really. She has been run. When I get a layout going, if I ever get the space to do that, then I will do a video of her running on a layout. Oh, come on. Absolute pain. So this is almost an early attempt at a close cut thing. The downside is it's an absolute pain to get on. Come on. Well, it's not connected, but you get an idea of what she looks like. She is a beauty. Now, there is actually a second box there, and the reason for that is, let's move her a bit further forward. There we go. I do actually have the coaches that go with it. Apparently they're quite hard to come by. I don't think so. They are. Someone put on a certain website a crude moulding. The windows themselves are not flush. Obviously the glass would be outside apparently. Doesn't make a difference to me. Still good. Obviously the wheels, as you see, just plastic. You can see the pillars holding the roof down. The other one, so that's on there. Not easily. The detail on here is, to say, simple. That's the easiest way to do it. However, when they're in a rake, they do look very good. I think. Anyway, they're very, very quiet, smooth running. Let's get the other two out. Just standard coaches, your open coaches. And then we have the brake coach. Which, you see, I mean, the coloration is nice and simple. They're fairly lightweight, which, can carry more of them. I mean, again, this is a corridor one. The other ones aren't. I mean, it's just nice and simple. Sometimes simpler is better. I mean, the more detail you put on, the more likely it is to be wrong. Really. As I say, they're very, very smooth running. I will put a link to this. I have actually got a video of them running around on my bedroom floor. But there she is. Nice little rake there. The sort of the main difference between the two is the first one, which is she's lined under there, is limited to 5,000. That's 5,000 simply, bish bash bosh. I have a certificate here, 1605. It's got Simon's signature on there. Basically, just it's brought out to celebrate 70th birthday. So it's just a simple certificate. Quite small compared to some of the other ones I've got, and quite big compared to some of the other ones I've got. Now the same goes with this train. This one is brought out. It's limited of 5,000. This one's number 909. And again, you got Simon's signature down the bottom there. It has actually changed. Ta-da! And again, this one is, it's just a pretty standard certificate. Now the other thing is, these coaches are obviously in separate blocks, and they do have a separate certificate. It does say it's limited of 5,000. This pack is one of only 5,000 produced as part of the Flying Scotsman History Series. There's no number. I mean, whether that means they were sold as pairs or not, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm glad I've got a pair. I wouldn't want to be going into this half-hearted, but there's so many of them on eBay that are just the coaches or just the loco. I mean, it's a bit annoying when people split them. But yeah. So that's two. So I've got two of 10,000, or one of 5,000 of the pair. Whether anyone has another pair or not, I mean, I'd love to know. I'd love to know how you got them, your experiences with them. Please comment. As for that, that is it. Please subscribe, feel free to comment and ask questions, and I will put a link to number 2 here, running around my track. Thank you.